Today we wanted to go over a little bit of what we're doing as a team, a little bit about what the district is doing with the bond, where that's going, what you can expect next year with if you have students coming with Chromebooks to you. So they might be in 9th grade or 6th grade, and you might even have some kindergartners or 1st grade kids that are going to be one-to-one in their classroom with the iPads. So some of those are you. Today we're going to explain kind of what the rollout is, insurance, some tips and tricks to use with the Chromebooks, talking about a lot about Google. I don't know if some of the kids have been coming home saying we're not using Microsoft Office anymore, we're not using Word, PowerPoint, and Excel, we're using Google Docs or Google Presentation. And that might be confusing for parents who may have never used it. You're used to Word. That's what we use all the time. So we hope to go through our presentation here and just show you why the district itself is moving from Microsoft over to Google, why we chose Chromebooks, why we're doing all this, and over the next 3 years with the bond and all the stuff that's coming into the district over the next 3 years. Classrooms, as you know, are going to be done at the high school this year, or maybe you don't know. But so this summer, all the classrooms at the park will be redone. So they are going to get projectors. They're going to get short throw projectors that are interactive. They are going to get a sound system. So when somebody's teacher speaks into it, they'll have a little microphone around their neck, and it'll be like surround sound for the students. So the student here will hear just as well as the student in the back. Very nice. It's one of my favorite pieces of equipment through all the years of teaching that really helps with student engagement and student learning. And then we're also going to have document cameras. So document camera might, if you're used to the old overheads, where they would put on top of there and there'd be the bulb shining. They are going to have that where they can slide a piece of paper underneath and it will project. And you can actually interact with it with a projector. So you could go up and touch on the board and actually write on top of the piece of paper that was underneath there digitally. So it's very nice. All of 6th through 12th grade will be getting Chromebooks. Some kind. I have a couple back there that you signed in on. Those are Chromebooks. And Rick is going to go over kind of what a Chromebook is, how it's a little bit different maybe than a regular laptop that you're used to, or a MacBook that you're used to, or how it's even different from an iPad or another device like that. He has some videos and he'll talk a little bit more about that. We are going to do some slides here. Did mine not get updated? Hold on a second. We are going to do there was a bunch of editing done right before this. Sorry about that. And I'm like, there was a slide where Elson was putting stuff in. All right, maybe Rick can help me do that. Sorry about that. So we are going to roll out K through 5 right now, iPads. So every kindergarten through 5th grader will have an iPad over the next 3 years. So next year is kindergarten and 1st grade. So in the classroom, every kindergarten student and 1st grade student and their teacher will have an iPad in their hands. And it's an iPad mini. So it's a little bit smaller than the regular size iPad, for their hands. Very nice. It'll have a protective case on it. Those rooms in the elementary will be done in 2016. So the elementaries are the last rooms to get done. And they are going to get the same things as the high school. So projector, document camera, and a sound system. And those will all be done on the last part of the bond in 2016. Middle school, 6th grade teachers and students are all getting Chromebooks next year. So if maybe you have 6th graders and have a 6th grader next year. Yep. They will have a Chromebook, and that Chromebook can go back and forth to home. The kindergarten and 1st grade kids, their iPads are not going home yet. Our goal is to have them go home with the students. I actually have a district coming in tomorrow to speak to some of our kindergarten and 1st grade teachers about, and they've been doing it for 2 years. It's a kindergarten, 1st grade school in Grand Ledge, Michigan, that their kids have been doing it for 2 years, going home with iPads. So, and bringing them back, and not forgetting them. So they're actually coming in to talk to the teachers about their ups and downs with iPads in the classroom and all that stuff. So we're really trying to get the kindergarten and first grade teachers ready. They're a little nervous right now. What are we going to do with those iPads, and what are the kids going to do? So that will be there. Has it fixed yet? Awesome. I'm done stalling now. All right, 1-to-1. I think I went over all this. So 6 through 9 high school programs, Chromebooks, they're going to be take home. The K1 iPad minis stay in the classroom for now. We have a committee called the Oneworld Committee. Anybody, we encourage it. We sent out tons of emails to all these people with the pilot programs that are going now, and we sent out a lot of emails to get some participation in the Oneworld program. What that is anybody who has a student that's going to have a Chromebook or has one now, has an iPad or is getting one next year, this is the committee that gets together with parents and then even some high school students sit on it and help us make policies and procedures that go from our committee to another committee and then go to the SPA and then get presented to the board. We can take your email address and send them to you. So everybody who is on here we'll send an email to, and we'll send these links out to all this stuff. I have the shortcuts there. If you have something you want to write on now, that'll get you all these. If you have your email, we'll send it out. All this whole presentation is going to be open. We have a feedback form that you can do later, and some other things on there. A moderator, if you have a question, you didn't feel like asking now, you want to ask later, it's called a Google Moderator, and you can ask the question there, and we'll answer all those questions, and everybody will be able to see it. So we try to make it really interactive. We know that not everybody can make it here, but when you go home, you can email this presentation to them. They can go through it. They can ask questions because they couldn't make it tonight, all that stuff, and we'll show you how to get to it a little bit later. But that committee has been great so far because you'll see some insurance policies that we've talked about, and you'll also see some other things that committee, the few that were on it, have actually recommended, and it made it all the way through to the board and got approved. So they were the ones who started with it because we wanted to hit the parents and the kids first because this affects them the most. So if you can get on that, we especially welcome kindergarten and first grade. We just don't have enough of the younger parents yet. We'd like to see a lot more of that on the committee. 21st century classroom I talked about. That's the classroom where you have the sound system, the speakers, the document camera, and the projector. And then we have more info here. This talks a lot about the bond, this link. So we didn't want to spend a lot of time on it, but if you want to know any